Hello there, I'm Scotty or not. Welcome back to Tuesday. Um, this might be the worst review I ever do, and the reason is I have no idea what the hell happened in this movie. I sat through it and I went, "What the just happened?" Because it's called Ghost Boat, or as I found out afterwards, the original title of the movie is Alarmed, and it has nothing to do with a ghost boat, but there is a ghost on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. But the ghost. You see ghosts, but like they're not around that much, and it's mostly this computer AI thing that is communicating to this woman, or may have not. Look, I don't. Honestly, I don't. I really don't know what happened. There's a whole subplot in this movie where this woman's family gets murdered on a boat. Well, gets murdered, and she was the only one not there, so they think she's the killer. But she was acquitted because they say she's not guilty. Okay, and then sometime later she and her boyfriend, some other people, her adopted sister or some other chick, they go on a boat, and the other chick sees a ghost and goes down the stairs and breaks her leg. So the captain of the boat has to take her off the boat. Why does the captain leave? And leaves them there, and then she gets stuck inside some place in the boat. I don't know where. Now she's stuck and her boyfriend's out there. And apparently he's dying. He's gonna die because there's nothing for him to drink. You're in the fucking ocean. I know salt water's not good for you, but just go, you know. There's the whole scene where she pours bottled water through the key lock thing or something, and he's going, I'm like, what? And like, so then it becomes Saw, where this AI robot thing and a little thing that looks like it's not a thermometer. What's it called? Thermostat, but a fancy one, not like mine over there, but the fancy one, telling her to do stuff and you have a certain amount of time, like cut off her fingers or pull out teeth or cut off one of your arms or whatever it was, and you have this amount of time to do it. And I'm just like, what happened? And all this could have been avoided if I just turned it off when I saw the beginning of when I clicked the movie and it said ITN distribution. But I thought, nah, because it didn't say Jagged Edge, so I thought it's okay. I have no idea what happened in this movie. I have no idea. And I also watched the review that Tony from Hacked Movies did with Captain Boomies, and I don't think they knew what was going on in this movie. I did not catch the end of what they were talking about. Right? I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't know what happened in this movie, because I'm losing my mind. Yeah. This is not a very good review, because I just don't know. It's her and her boyfriend for the rest of the movie. But like, I'm thinking, what happened to the ghost? Because now it's just this computer. I don't know. And of course, there's no fucking Wikipedia page, and there's no synopsis on the IMDb. So I don't know. Okay? Because I couldn't be bothered to pay attention enough. Because I had no idea what was going on in the goddamn movie. Like, at all. Nothing. And I know it's not fair to do a review on something I have not seen the whole thing, but I'm telling you, I do not want to rewind it and watch it again. Because it's just gonna. I've tried this with other movies. That Rock and Roller, right? I tried watching that 3 times. and there was nothing. But I need an episode for Tubi Tuesday. Okay? Because I don't want to have to pick another movie. Because I only got 3 left after this. So Ghost Boat is what you're getting. And it's shit. Oh, by the way, there's scenes. They're out in the middle of the ocean. It's supposed to be out in the middle of the ocean. And like, oh, what do we do? But you could, if you see wide shots, you can clearly see there's land and other boats. But they're out in the middle of the ocean with no one else there. But there's clearly other boats and land. It's like Titanic 2, where you can see the reflection of the city. You know, it's supposed to be out in the middle of the sea, middle of the ocean. You still see the city because they weren't allowed to move the boat, actually. They were still docked. Here, they at least moved the boat, but you can still see that they weren't that far from land. The boyfriend could have swam to land to get help. I don't know. And like, she's in the engine room, right? She's in the room that she can move things. But like, you see other things moving, right? And she can't move it. I don't know. I really would like to know where this plot was headed, though. Didn't you watch the movie? I told you! I don't remember! Only thing I could do is to go here. I want to mute it because I don't know what this is on. That's smart, because that's on the game. Okay. Best I could do is I'm going to look online here, okay? I'm going to Google Ghost Boat Plot Summary and see if I can find something. Because I can't. Okay, Ghost Boat movie plot summary. Not Ghost Ship. You stupid. And not this movie called Ghost Boat. This 2006. Ghost Boat. No. Do I have to put alarmed for me to get a summary of this? Okay. Alarmed. No! What is this? Parents Janet and Sean leave for 2014 plot. Okay. No, this is just the plot. Trapped aboard the family yacht, Samantha lives out her personal hell, night after night, answering to the cruel, painful demands of the ship's alarm system. Taking a journey into the depths of depravity, she wakes each morning to disfiguring scars left by the previous night's horror. Yeah, she does these things, and then, like, it heals her by the next day. Searches for the answer to a missing memory. Could I have killed my family, or did hell get it wrong? What? No. Here, Letterboxd. Read more. Is this a full thing? No. It's the same synopsis. The worst title sounds up ridiculous when you say it out loud. This is the reason I decided to watch it. Think your nonsense plot that plays out like a Lifetime movie mixed with any psycho jerk boat. Because the boat is rude as hell and expects no man. If you make it take suppose I can handle the truth, do it. There was a good idea here. I shut this movie up after half an hour a couple of weeks ago. Tonight I decided to finish it. This is from Chris Brown on Letterboxd, okay? With you. No. So, if I understand this, a dad adopted a young girl to prevent him from doing things to his birth daughters. Then he decided to stop abusing her, and she kills all the family and blames it on the birth daughter. The birth daughter has to go through ghastly trials on a ghost boat. to figure out that it was the adopted daughter who killed her dad. Then, when that is figured out, the adopted daughter, who is now portrayed as evil, gets her deserved punishment. Classy. Is that what happens? So, this is from Yogurt on Letterboxd. So, I watched this movie years ago, but I just remembered it had to make it an entry. This is generally one of the worst movies I've ever seen. The end. Oh, nice there. What other ones? James Sanderson on Letterboxd says, there's so many things wrong with this movie. I don't even know where to begin. So I won't. Don't watch this movie. It's really bad. I only watched it because my wife loves ghost shit movies. This is not a ghost shit movie, despite one of its 2 titles. Death 42 Gasm. Death 42 Gasm on Letterboxd says, okay. What else? Let me look at all the other ones. Dan Onelli gives him 1.5 on Letterboxd. Says, tormented by a past tragedy, a woman joins a group of friends on her family's boat, only to get stranded in open water and find herself being forced into disfiguring herself day after day. She was given a traumatic situation to stop repeating. This is not up much for it. One of the main problems here is the fact that there's just not a whole lot of interest on what goes on in a traumatizing condition, despite it being setting up from the start as her having some kind of debilitating condition. Nothing about what happens really makes it obvious that she really is, and it just comes off as incredibly rude and cliche from the start. The fact that she's become quite flighty and jumpy doesn't... What? I'm not finishing that. Well, that's Letterboxd reviews. What's this one? Oh, we got a little more here. Okay, Samantha stands trial accused of killing her father, mother, and 2 sisters. She's acquitted. 5 years later, she's trapped on the family yacht, stranded at sea with the sea ships. I'm laughing because I had to read this to figure out what the fuck is going on in this movie. On her computer, ordering her to remove her limbs and slash her face every morning. Every morning, she wakes up as if it's nothing happened. During the evening, she goes through the entire ritual again. Samantha feels like she's being punished for murdering her family, except that Samantha did not murder her family. While being tortured on a boat, she thinks back and tries to figure out who the guilty party actually was. Interesting idea, but a dumb movie. You're stuck on a boat, far from civilization, even though you can see it right there. And medical help. The only other person on the boat is your husband, ex-husband, boyfriend, who can't help you because the boat's onboard computer has locked him out of the control room. Are you going to chop off your finger just because the computer tells you to? Are you going to saw off your hand just because the computer says so? The boat is also haunted by ghosts, and I wish this movie had focused on them instead of bringing in the computer and the time loop element. It's a time loop? See how dumb this fucking movie is? The movie just doesn't work. The plot is overstuffed, and the acting is terrible. Try not to laugh when you hear the dialogue between the judges and the lawyers in the courtroom scene. The yacht is a good location, but a few long shots make it obvious that the yacht is not as far away from civilization as Samantha and her husband seem to think. Yeah. Oh no, it's a misfire. That's just a review. That's not... I want... Movie database. Okay, so alarm, movie, okay, now we got the ghost boy thing popping up, but it's the same thing I've looked at before. Rotten Tomatoes. That'll give us some mention. What did I think of it? I'm not Rotten Tomatoes certified. Here. continue. So what I'm getting from that one review, it was the adopted sister, a part of me wants to, and I don't know where my headphones are for this, go back to Tony's review in my headphones and try to find where he talks about it, because I really did not get any of that. And okay, so everyone is back by rules. Let's see. Ghost boat. No ads. No ads. Thank you. I don't hear anything, no. That might be my... Hold on. Okay, so fast forward a little bit. And go here. Oh yeah, there's a safe. Because when the dad was dying, he wrote S.A., which they took as Samantha, which is her name. But it actually led them to a safe. Forgot about that part. Wait, so the ghosts are possessing the ship? I thought it was the ship's computer. See how confusing this movie is? Alright, so that review was right. They're saying it because he didn't want to his own kids, he adopted the daughter to... That's fucked up. That's... Because I don't want to say the word. Oh, she got groomed, and she wanted to keep doing it, and he... Okay. So it was a situation where he was doing that to the adopted daughter, and it groomed her, so now she's complicit, even though that's not 100%, you know. In a court of law, it would not hold up. He's like, she would say, oh, I gave consent, but that's not... No, you're underage. That's not... It's never... No. No, it would not hold up, and he would still go to jail for a long, long time. Hopefully. For life. But... So she killed the whole family because of that? Except for Samantha, who was not there. But why are these ghosts? Why are these ghosts? What? Hold on, go back. Go back. No, I need to hear, because like I said. So he filmed the confession and put it in the It's in the safe. It's on the safe in the boat. Except for Samantha. She got all of them except for Samantha. Who's a fedora guy? The fedora guy. What? What? It was a dream the entire time? Her and the boyfriend had to drink. Do you see what I mean? This movie is so confusing. So wait. Wait. Hold the hell up. So, did the adopted sister actually do that? What they did, the ghost now targeted the adopted daughter in her car. Not. I'm done with this movie, man. What? I totally missed the last act of this movie. I'm telling you, it. Ugh. Thank you, Tony from Active Movies, for helping me clear this up. Well, this movie sounds like shit. Like I said, I'm not going to go back and rewatch that. Who would want to? I just, no. I cannot be bothered to really pay attention to this. It was just, I don't know, maybe ITN took me out of it, but like, it was very less British than most ITN movies I've seen. So, certainly less British than Freddy's Friday, that's for sure. Although there was some not British stuff in that too. But, yeah. You know what? This movie could fry in hell. I just, no. It's, I don't know. I just don't know. Okay? I just don't, no. And again, I know this is kind of a lazy review. I have to look at Letterboxd and I have to watch someone else's review to understand what the hell was going on in this movie. Because I had no idea. It's so confusing. Once, it's like Ghost Boat. You see a ghost. Oh, okay. And then she's locked in and her computer's telling it, there was a ghost doing that? I don't know. But I got 3 left. And I don't have too high hopes. Because one is a movie directed by Fred Olen Ray, known Schlockmaster, right? The one after that is a sci-fi original movie from the 2000s, so the high quality there. And then the last one is from Troma, though I did enjoy the Toxic Avenger movies to varying degrees, but still, we shall see how those go. But I blame you people for making me do these. Because I gave you a choice. God damn it. And you 3 people said you wanted this. So to the 3 people who said you wanted this. Okay? So what are your thoughts on Ghost Boat or Alarm? And let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you when I'm less like this and more like this.